Merry Meet Wiccans. We have the Wiccan Oracle deck up for review. Not a bad little beginner deck, really. I'm quite pleased with it. You know, it's very simple. You know, and I'm really fond of simple decks. In many respects, they might actually be my favourite of all decks, you know, the simple ones. This one's pretty as well. Look at this holographic paper. You know, it's nice. This is the guidebook. Okay, the guidebook looks thicker than what it actually is. We've got 4 or 5 different languages in the book. In English, we have a maximum of 48 pages. 48? Is it 48? Yeah, it's 48. So 48 pages in English. You know, here's the back of the cards. It's a really pleasant little deck. The paper in the book is good quality. You know, it's a good little deck. I'll have a quick look. All the cards can be based upon the Wiccan path. This is actually a used deck. I got this second hand. Now, bits like this, I don't know if that's damage to the cards, or if that's how they come. I have sort of like tried scratching it off a little bit more, and it wouldn't happen, so that I'm not too sure on. Excuse me. Three Fates. No, it is really a really quite nice deck. It's one of those where I think, oh, shall I keep it? Shall I not? You know, but I do actually like it. Right, so just going back to the book. Published by Lo Scarabeo. And it gives us an introduction as to what Wicca is. It tells us how to use the cards. It discusses a daily reading. It doesn't really give much in the way of spreads in diagrams. What we've got here, discuss the spread, and then it would go into sort of like casting a circle using the deck. And then it sort of say like positions with regards to the elements. And then again in spreads with regards to casting of spells. To cast a spell using your Wiccan Oracle cards, first go through the cards face up and choose one that seems to best represent your magical purpose. For example, if you want to cast a spell to find a better job, you might choose the card number 2, which is the pentacle, as a symbol of money and earthly abundance. After you've chosen your card, get a candle in a colour that is prominent in that card, usually green in candle correspondences. Place the candle in a holder next to the card, but don't light it yet. Mix the rest of the cards and choose 3 face down for the following questions, laying them out as shown. 1. What obstacles stand between me and my intention? 2. What strengths do I bring to the spell? 3. What can I offer as thanks for my desired outcome? Okay, and then it goes into a brief description of the cards. Now, what I do like about this deck and this book is, I don't know if you can see here, you've got just a small bit of writing, but at the bottom you've got a challenge, and for this one, for the Atom, is where do you need to set boundaries in your life? Now, I've used these as journal writing prompts, and I really like that, you know, it's great. So let's have a look at the Atom. Okay, am I saying that right, by the way? Who knows? The Atom is a ceremonial blade used in ritual and magical workings. It's not a weapon and is generally not used for mundane purposes such as cutting food. Rather, its purpose is to represent the qualities of clarity, discernment, and setting boundaries. In setting boundaries in ritual and magic, its primary elemental energy is air, and its direction on the circle is east. The meaning: freshening winds of awareness are blowing through your mind. It's time to cut away what no longer serves you. Open yourself up to new ideas, but don't be afraid to take a stand for what you believe is right. The reversed meaning: you may be feeling defensive for no good purpose. Don't cling to your point of view out of stubborn pride. It's really simple. But we don't always need, like, reams and reams of information, do we? You know, if I just needed a quick reading, I would pull this deck. You know, if I wanted a more thorough reading, I might pull the Toff Tarot. You know, it's what you need at the time. You know, it's great. Also, a great beginner deck. You know, it's fab. You know, I would give this happily to my daughter to learn from. She isn't showing any interest as yet, but Perhaps she will in the future. Okay, so we'll choose another one. See if we can find the Fates. I like the Fates. Or should we get the Besom there? They don't call it the Besom in this deck. They call it the Broom. Let's have a little look. Where's the Broom? And it is card number 29. The Broom. Why do witches ride broomsticks? To sweep the past clean behind them as they move confidently towards their desires. Whether it's sweeping your floor or sweeping away what no longer serves you, the broom is a powerful ally. It evokes the freshening energy of spring cleaning all year round. Meaning, something in your life is no longer welcome and it's time to sweep it out the door. Act with honour and honesty to rid yourself of whatever may be holding you back from happiness. In reverse, like a sorcerer's apprentice, you may be overdoing it when it comes to sweeping up. Don't be reckless in ridding yourself of things or relationships that are of value. The keywords: cleanse, release, dismiss. Affirmation: I release what no longer serves me. Challenge: what is cluttering up your spiritual space? As a journal prompt, what is cluttering up your spiritual space? Has going to have so many benefits. Note to self: do this for journaling today. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this review. Any comments, give me a shout below. Thanks then, bye.